111.
111.
I got something I got to do at 3 o'clock. So
Oh, well.
got to get this done.
We're doing it right now. It's on. Tell them what you want to tell them.
Tell who what I want to tell them?
The people.
The people?
It's on.
They're listening to me?
Yeah, right now.
I have a voice?
I don't know how many people are actually listening to us, but yes.
Are you live or?
No, it's not live.
Okay.
No, live's not my... Because I can't answer the people.
What is that?
This is an Astro Snaps that I cut down early because it hurt me.
The way it looks, I knew it was something different.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing I grow anymore. One time try, see if it worked. It didn't. Multiple seeds, multiple phenotypes. None of them worth the shit.
That's not good.
But it did press some good wax. Or rosin, whatever.
No, it didn't.
I thought that stuff tasted amazing.
Yeah, of course you did. Oh, it's hard to grind up.
It tasted better than any dispensary wax that you can get for under $50.
Yeah, I get that, but it just... Even so, it still wasn't worth keeping.
Yeah.
Not enough yield. The Hermie factor.
That's it by itself. The Hermie factor is enough by itself.
Oh, that's going to be difficult.
Break wrist?
I got to work on my wrist strength.
I was going to say break wrist.
Start jacking off more, I guess. Oops.
Or maybe it was too much jacking off.
Maybe. Is there such thing?
I'm sure there is.
Dr. Drew says there is.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Dr. Drew definitely says so.
I had a friend told me years ago, he said he had a problem with jacking off. I said, what do you mean? First of all, why are you talking to me about this? He says, because I want to know if you had the same problem. What problem you got? He says, I can't stop doing it. I said, what do you mean you can't stop doing it? He says, I jack off 5 or 6 times a day. I said, what?
Yeah, that's... I would be like laying on the couch. That's my go-go.
And I told him, I said, wait a minute. I said, so every time you jack off, you come? Yeah. I said, does it take longer? Oh no, 20 minutes, half hour.
Each time?
So that's really affecting your day. You're spending 2 hours.
Where are you doing that at work?
He's at home doing it. He's not doing it at work.
Oh, okay. Still, man, that's crazy. That's an addict.
That's, yeah. I told him, I said, I don't think that's normal.
That's definitely not normal.
No, it's
That's
definitely
it.
not fucking.
I don't think that's normal, dude.
I mean, it can be. In
He
some
didn't have a
people's
girl
life.
though, right?
Yeah.
And something that I've been seeing recently in like the studies that I've been following is like, if you don't get it out, like you will actually start to crave it. It's like you're craving for a woman, not necessarily you're craving to get it out.
Well, first of all, I did some research,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that if you don't have a girlfriend or a regular release, you should jack off, because they said when that stuff builds up, it can cause all kind of problems, including cancer.
Yeah, prostate, testicular, probably.
Yeah, but it didn't say anything about being normal doing it 5 or 6 times a day.
No, that's like.
That's a
I mean, every
that's
once
abuse.
In a while, like
that's dick abuse.
Yeah, having a day where you just you're super
Yeah, you
horny.
might do it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but
I've had that before, but
not 5 times in a day. I mean,
that's a lot.
I guess
that's
it
a
depends
lot.
on the type of person you are. Like, I got to be up here a little bit to, like, I can't just, like,
a little
Go
bit
to
He
of
told
I'm
me
done.
he told me his problem started when he found out he can get porno on his phone.
oh,
Oh,
He
he's
told
a
me-
porno addict. Then.
He told me one day he was driving on the freeway, and he said he looked at his phone and he put porno on his phone, and he was driving on the freeway jacking off at the same time.
You know what's sad?
that's crazy.
When I was young, I did that, but it was like, okay, this is I have my car, so I have to be 17 or 18 because my dad kicked me out at 18. So, and I didn't take my car with me. They kept it and sold it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it had to be like between 17 and 18. And it had to be 18 because I bought a porno mag. Like I bought a porno. Like I went out to I'm out doing something, and I just remember being out in Milford and driving down one of the roads, and like, oh, I'm gonna get me a porno. And I was back then you didn't have porno.
Right, you didn't have it was a magazine or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, those old 8mm films or nothing.
And I'm pretty visual, so the magazines
Worked.
fucking primo. Like I had my old buddy BJ had a fucking box of like 25 VHSs and 30 fucking books, and he gave it to me. He's like, I'm done with it. I don't need it no more. You want it? And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
So I took that bitch home, and I'm at my parents' house still, and I had it on the bed. You would have think I literally, I don't know, raped babies. The way my stepmom treated me.
Oh, she found them?
Oh yeah, they found them, and they were like, I just.
You were the worst of the worst.
Oh yeah, like what is wrong with you? Why do you need so much of that? Why are you like this? Like.
That's how all boys
Because
are.
I'm a man.
Yeah, all boys and men do it. Well, maybe not all, but most.
I tried it one time driving home.
Okay.
With the magazine.
Yeah.
But we're talking like we're out in Milford, man, in the '90s, so there's no one on the road.
Right.
You know,
no danger.
No, I mean, and if there was, you just stop for a second, drive by.
Right.
You know, but it was, I never did it again. It wasn't that thrilling. Like you gotta try shit once, and then
I've never done it in the car.
Most people.
What, sex? Or,
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did sex in the car. When I had my Mustang with a fold-down seat in the back, I wore that sucker out.
I tried banging while driving down Hall Road, and it got too hard to drive, and I started seeing police, so I pulled off behind the AMC, and then the police came and.
Really?
That's like you gotta get
really?
out of here.
Really what?
Really? What is this?
I told you. Is it that bad?
To me, it is.
I didn't say I liked it either.
Oh, okay.
Never once did I go.
I thought it was something wrong with me there. What's up, man? I thought it was something wrong with me there for a second.
No. It's just I didn't like it either.
It's nasty.
Steve, Mike says if you get that stuff together, I can take all that stuff to the office to sell that you want to get the wax stuff making or
You can't fit it in your car.
in the trunk. The trunk's empty. Mike says it will.
We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm on the thing right now. Conversations that people want to hear.
All right. Let me go back to work.
Here, you can have that. We don't want it.
All right. You didn't like it?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Not bad.
So, what were we talking about?
Jacking off in the car and shit. I don't know how we got on this.
Yeah.
Me, I started this shit.
I mean, it's just sexual stuff. I mean, who doesn't try? Like, I tried the phone stuff back in the day.
Phone stuff.
Like, you know.
Oh, phone sex?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
I never did it. Okay, let me rephrase that. I never paid for it. It was always those free, a couple seconds of, hey, baby, blah, 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 blah. And I got one, I think I had one free, they gave you one free, 2 minutes.
One free one?
Two
freebie?
minutes. Yeah, and it was I just, I don't get this.
Yeah.
I don't get this at all. But this guy I knew, he ran my fucking, back when AT&T was AT&T, he, 250, 300, no, $700 or some shit.
Oh, yeah, I had a friend did that.
Fucking just out of nowhere on calls to Guam because he was chatting with some chick on the fucking internet back in the 90s.
Well, I had a friend, he was a real nutball. I mean, he was a real nut. He's dead now, but...
So is this guy.
He was a real nut, and you said that these phone things you call, you could talk to a girl or something.
Yeah,
I think it was $1 a
that's
minute.
what I'm talking about, the phone sex stuff.
This motherfucker ran up $1,000.
Yeah.
In 1 week.
Yeah, it didn't take very long. It was $400 phone calls.
Yeah.
$400 phone calls.
And he was like, I went over his house. He was like, oh, I'm fucked. I said, what's wrong with you? He says, they're going to cut my phone off. I said, why? Because I ran up a bill on the sex line. I said, what? I said, man, I tell you what. At this time, I had a living girlfriend. I said, I tell you what. My girlfriend will charge you half, and you can call her and talk to her, sex her all night long.
I didn't get it. It didn't work. I also, back in the day, because again, I got to deal with chat windows.
Oh yeah.
When
yeah.
they first started coming up.
Yeah.
So sexting, like in the early 2000s, that was like a real thing. People like my aunt. I'm pretty sure my aunt was like obsessed with that shit. Because I remember I remember that one of the few times I got to see them or her was she was on her way down to Ohio to meet with some guy that she knew on the internet.
Oh, okay. She met him on the internet.
Yeah, she stopped by and smoked some weed with me. I don't know.
On her way.
Yeah. And that was, 2000. So, like, and it was weird. You'd find, like, you'd try to get on these chat rooms and then you'd have to watch and see that, like, if there was actually women in there, and there never was. It's all guys or bots.
I found, what was it called? Napster? I'd find girls on Napster in other cities and
Oh, I do Napster.
dirty talk
I
there.
didn't either. Oh, you could communicate on
Yeah,
Napster,
you could
though.
I didn't
send
know that.
messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I was never really into Napster.
Me either, man. It was not my...
It was a little bit before my...
Not
before my time, but you know.
Yeah.
It was one of the first... It was the first...
BitTorrent.
What is the first, like, music streaming type thing?
Kinda. It was more of a sharing.
Because everybody was mad at him.
It was sharing. What he done is he basically gave people a way to share their music. So
Okay.
if I got an album of Eminem, I could then download it on my
And share it
computer
with other
and
people.
then just give it to everyone.
Yeah.
And the music industry was
They hated that shit.
Nope, you can't do that.
Now, how do you feel about like the argument that's going on right now on YouTube with artists kind of doing what Metallica did and saying, "Fuck you, we're taking down all our content. You post our videos, we're taking it down." You've got.
What do you mean when they post them on YouTube?
Like
You have-
Jay-Z, particularly, you can't watch any video that he didn't post. So he's got like 6 videos.
All of them are like that, yeah.
But not everybody is. Certain artists.
Don't give
Well,
a
Jay-Z's only like that because he's a fucking he's almost a billionaire.
but
so
He's
he
a
has more
greedy
power.
motherfucker.
But he's almost
greedy.
I think there's the
Isn't
one
he a
argument.
king? I thought he was king.
He ain't my king.
There's the one
King and
argument.
queen with Beyonce.
No, I ain't neither one of them my queen or king. They're just
She
a
could
couple
be
of...
my queen.
I don't particularly like her type.
Big.
Yeah, I don't like big. I don't like
Oh,
big
I like
booty,
tall.
big titties.
I don't like tall.
I don't like
big
big booties and big titties.
Me either. I'm not a big Amazon person.
I like my women slim
Dude, my girl's
and
titties
trim.
are huge, and I didn't know it at first.
Yeah.
You can't tell. And then the first time I see them, I'm like, what?
You're like, what the?
fuck
Where'd
are
that come
these? Ooh. Wow.
from?
All right.
But back to the Jay-Z thing, like you could be like making your music obsolete when you're trying to make it like exclusive.
The difference between Jay-Z and everyone else is Jay-Z owns a fucking streaming service.
Title.
But
That's the difference. He
that's
owns a
the
streaming
thing.
service, so why would he let his whole business now, one of his parts of his income is streaming. So why would he just let it stream on
But
somewhere else? Why would you let you make money off it?
Why not?
All right.
He got plenty of money. Why not? He's
I'm just
swimming
telling
in
you-
dough.
I'm
Why
just
not?
telling you that capitalism.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, why not?
But I'm saying you're a kid out there today. You ain't ever heard like anything except for the fucking 5 hot cuts that he wants to give you, unless you got his bullshit fucking station. Like I can't
more
listen
like
to him
it.
on YouTube.
I'm
I
not
can't listen to
saying
him on
again.
Spotify.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
he has the best.
And I'm
It's
just
not the
using
best
him
idea.
for an example.
Because that's his mindset. He's his mindset where if you don't protect it, they steal it. Because remember, it was different when he started. When he started, he was the one that was getting stolen from. Because it was the people that above him that were stealing all the money. You know, that's what happened. The record labels ones that made all the money, and the artists made shit in comparison. And he was like, I don't know. I mean,
I just
is he
think
wrong in that sense? Probably. Time will tell.
I figure once you're that rich, you just give everything else away.
I know.
Why you make money?
I know. I'm
You're
trying to-
swimming in dough.
Is like, what is the number though?
Huh?
What's the number? I've been trying to.
What's
figure
what
out that
number?
What is the number where you just start giving everything else away?
That's up to the individual.
Well, I know,
Determine
that's
that number. Now, if you're asking me what that number is,
Well, I'm asking to have a discussion about it because
Yeah.
it's one of those things that you have to. Is 50,000 enough? I don't know. Because
no.
that motherfucker,
50,000 is not enough.
I'm pretty sure he lives off of like 12 grand to 15 grand a year.
Who does?
Mike. And he was happy
Okay.
as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No. And there's a lot of people
But he
in that
spends about
position.
12 to 15,000 a year. I spend probably about 1,200 a month on weed.
Mm-hmm.
Just on weed alone. Like, Lou brought that up. He's like, do you ever see, like, think about that? You just cut down on one and you could drive a new car. And I'm like, yeah, I see Jeeps, because if I was going to get anything, it'd be a Wrangler or a Tesla. That's my two choices. So I see them and I go, no, I'd rather smoke weed. I'd rather smoke weed than worry about whether or not I'm driving.
Or what kind of car you driving?
Mm-hmm. My car works fine, dude. It gets me to the point. Well, it's not even my car. It's my wife's car, but our car works fine.
Same difference.
And then at some point, if I get the money to, I'll buy a $5,000, $10,000 car. Because there's no money for anything else.
See, to me,
I'm not a car collector.
I'm driving a Cadillac. Okay?
You're also 72 years old.
The point I'm making. 71. The point I'm making is, the older you get, well, you're not black either, but the older a black person gets, he wants the finer things in life, especially if he didn't have them when he was younger.
I think that's anybody that's
So,
poor.
well, not necessarily.
No, I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why materialism's so easy to sell to people. Because most people start out...
It was comfort.
If 1% owns all the wealth, then that means most everyone else is poor.
Or not rich. Don't say poor, not rich.
Okay, not rich enough to just do whatever they want.
Right.
Whatever it may be. I mean, they still own
Like right
all
now.
the fucking money.
Like right now, if I had the chance to do so, I had me a Tesla right now, sitting right out there.
Right.
Because that's what I want, but I can't afford it.
Because you'd have to work more. You'd have to find more trimming jobs and have to put in 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And the same thing with fucking, like, traveling. It's one of those things that I'd love, like, so our plan is no more dogs until MJ passes, and even when MJ passes, which hopefully is in like 5 years, 6 years, even then it's going to be one of those things where it's like, then we travel, because the cats will be fine by themselves.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
A week or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just have someone check on the cats every couple, every
right. They don't have the need that a dog has.
Because I'm always going to have plans. So I'm always going to have that issue. So I'm always going to have, like, in my mind, to get to my goal, I'm going to literally have to have an assistant.
Yeah.
Like, literally walking around doing half
Stuff
the shit
that you
I
need
can't
him to do.
Yeah.
I think that's the beautiful thing about that's kind of what I like about the idea of life, is the structure of, you do need an assistant because there isn't enough time in the day, and like they help you and you help them, and it's a circular world.
It depends on what you want, because again, it goes back to a point. I could be here and be fine the rest of my life, doing everything, just doing this work, selling, dealing with the people I deal with, and obviously it'll change as it goes on.
Yeah.
But staying in the same basic area, making enough money to survive, so I can always eat and always buy the people I want to, stuff I want to get.
Well,
That's
I'm gonna make my plea now to Elon Musk. If you got a Tesla that you don't want, Rudy Carson in
you see that
Detroit
thing?
wants one. You shot one into space. Give me one.
Did you see that truck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did? But they threw the rock at the
Yeah,
window.
they tried to fucking. Did you see that? Because
He got a new truck out.
Yeah, the new truck's supposed to have like this really durable, like super durable.
Oh, metal and
aluminum
windows.
and windows. So it's supposed to, like, he took a sledgehammer and bent the fucking regular door, and then he went up to it with a sledgehammer and
It hit it.
and it didn't do anything.
Didn't dent in or
And then
nothing.
he tried with a ball, like a lead ball, with the window, and it fucking put.
He threw it at the window. The window just cracked all up.
Yeah, it didn't shatter.
It didn't go through.
Yeah,
but
it didn't go through.
It did make
It was
crack.
like bulletproof.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And they looked at each other. Elon Musk looked at him. He looked at him. He was like, "Whoa!"
Whoops, that was a.
But he did it twice. He did the front window and the back.
Yeah, to
window.
make sure they were fucked up. They were fucked up.
But that's a crazy looking truck, isn't it?
Dude, it's weird.
It is.
It's weird. It's
I
like.
like their trucks. There's just one right now.
Yeah, it's just one right now.
It's
And
a pickup.
It's only
No, it's not a
40
pickup. Is that a pickup truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's back. What happens is it has an automatic gate that
Right.
slides down.
Because
it'll-
the
yeah,
slides
it'll
up,
slide up.
and
So
you
can
push
use
it
that
in
truck,
there.
yeah.
I like it.
I
I'd ride it, bitch.
But see, that's the thing. I feel like you would be like, "Hey, let's go for a ride in my Tesla." Like, almost networking it, but like the people that I've seen with Teslas usually aren't like.
Well,
They keep it in their garage and stuff.
what did you see? Hold on, let me go. I want to see if this stuff we can do something.
But I did meet a younger guy, probably near my age, like a doctor or something. And he had a Tesla, and I go, I gotta ask you, what's it feel like when you drive that? And he's like, opens his garage, and he's got 2 BMWs in there, and he goes, that thing is way faster than either of those. He's like, it's the fastest thing I've ever drove.
Yeah.
And
What?
I saw a thing on YouTube. This guy was in his office building. They showed him. He was talking to somebody. Then he looked out the window. The guy he was talking to, he says, he has time for me to go. Let me call my car.
Oh yeah.
And he did something, and the Tesla started up in the parking lot and drove to the front of the building.
Yeah, it's yeah.
it's your personal
I've seen-
chauffeur.
Yeah, I've seen that feature, but it's not complete yet. Like there's a bunch of videos out there of people like doing that, and the car is like running into
Not
shit.
doing shit
Yeah,
properly.
because it's not. You know what the biggest
Well,
problem
it's not
is?
foolproof yet.
Well, the biggest issue is 5G. 5G. Once 5G happens,
All that goes.
once
yeah.
all that shit starts. Because
Well,
then
5G is getting ready to happen.
it's about response time is what their issue is. Because that's what I heard. The one guy he was talking about that shit, and one of the biggest issues is response time is not fast enough, where it needs to be instantaneous for it to be foolproof. And 5G at some point will be
We'll do
instantaneous.
that, huh?
Yeah. So
But when is 5G gonna get here? They're talking about it on commercials.
oh, they've been putting it in. It's been in places. It just depends on where you're at. It's not here, I don't think. Hey, babe.
Hey.
I think it's in like New York and places like that already.
So,
I fucked them up.
it looked like they were gonna be chips.
They were trying to be chips, and then I failed. And then the other thing was all right, but it was fettuccine is not the best like noodle style for olive. Like it should have been angel hair for what I was doing.
Do we
Pasta.
have a cut like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for a pasta that I'm gonna make into because I tried to make like an olive oil or not olive oil.
Are you making your own pasta too?
Out of zucchini. So I try to do it with mushrooms, onions, and garlic, like
Okay.
you would like
Yeah.
a noodle.
Mhm.
Just throw it in there. But fettuccine is not a noodle you would do that with either. It's too thick and broad. There's too much surface.
Yeah.
A little angel hair would have been perfect. Like, but I didn't do that. And then I fucked it up in the beginning because I was dumb and didn't look and take the plastic off. I'm like, this piece of shit don't work. And I'm like, and then the one works. And I'm like, and then of course it's right. She comes in, and she goes, "Oh, I'm like, it's not fucking working." So I'm like, last try. Put it in. Put a sweet potato in. I'm like, last try, and it works. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like 20 minutes. I'm fucking around cleaning up mess, making a goddamn mess, and then I look and I fucked up. It was my fault because I didn't take the plastic off. And this one just happened to not have plastic on it.
Yeah.
To start with. It's like, oh, I'm a fucking moron. Anyways, so, yeah, the Tesla would be nice, but, oh, Ford. Did you see the Mustang line?
That's what. Oh, it is so nice.
They look nice.
Oh my God.
Those electric cars?
Yeah, it's electric. It's called the E.
Well, there's,
Mach-E.
no, it's a series.
Yeah, called Mach.
Right.
Mach
There's
E.
more than one car. They're all Mustangs. They're all Mustang based, but there's an SUV, the car.
Oh, okay.
Like a sedan.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there's different versions of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
so
only
it's
saw
not the
SUV.
Mustang. Yeah, it's not. Well, the SUV. Yeah, they
Yeah, I
have.
saw that one.
So it's gonna be a whole line of cars. I
Yeah.
guess. And they're all gonna be under the
They're
Mustang.
in and they said they're in direct competition with Tesla.
Yeah, because they're setting up charging stations too everywhere with
Right.
Volkswagen.
Yeah,
So it's one of those things where, but Tesla's truck's only $40,000.
I know.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
somebody told me the Mach E is only 46. 46,000.
Yeah.
So that's only 6,000 more than Tesla. So they're all in basically the same price range, basically.
No auto drive though.
It doesn't have auto
I
drive.
don't think so.
I think it does.
I don't think it has it yet. I don't think they feel like the technology.
No,
I don't know.
no.
Look it up.
Because I told you, Cadillac wanted me to buy a new Cadillac.
With the Super
IntelliDrive.
IntelliDrive. Yeah.
But I think all the new ones got it. All the new cars that are high price,
Yes.
Cadillacs, Lincolns, stuff like that, they all got it.
Yeah, but that Mustang's not high price. That Mustang's supposed to be an everyday car like everyone
That's true.
else's. It's not a Tesla.
No, it's not. But maybe
Well-
if you spend enough money, they said 46. You might be able to go up to 75 with that
Probably
car.
can.
We don't know.
I'm sure they're going to be.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, there'll be different versions.
They're
of
trying to
the story.
compete with Tesla. They got to have it like that if they really want to compete with Tesla, because he's really way ahead of all of them. And General Motors, they totally fell short.
I
They didn't
mean,
even try.
Well, no, they did try.
you know,
They had that Volt and some
That
other
was
car.
it.
you know what's interesting that America never got in that like European wave of tiny cars, and I get it's because we have so much more space.
It's not even about space.
It's
It's,
not about
about gas
space.
prices.
It's not about that
But-
either.
Yes, it is.
But what
it's
if-
exactly like that. If they didn't have $5 a fucking pint gas prices
Listen.
or liter or whatever it was, they might use gas guzzlers
No,
too.
it's like that because we as Americans want everything big.
I get that too.
We want everything big. So the demand, because they came out with those little cars. Remember it? They had a couple of
They
them.
still do.
I mean, I drive.
Yeah, but
those cars.
you don't see them everywhere all the time because
Well-
Americans aren't buying them. We aren't buying them as Americans.
certain parts of our country do.
I don't buy them.
Yeah, in California they probably got more.
I like to consider myself like a very patriotic American, but I don't buy American cars. Never have.
What?
I don't buy.
Well, there's no such thing now as an American car.
Yeah,
or
but
European
I've
car.
always had
European cars.
European cars. I think that, but I usually have always had manual cars.
Mhm.
I did have a Bronco too, a Ford Bronco too.
So
I've had. Let
Yeah.
me see if I.
But that,
if I-
you know, my mom gave
I've
it to
had.
me.
I've had Volvo. I had 2 Volvos. Those are the only European cars I ever had. And they were really good cars, the ones I had. A guy ran into me at about 40 miles an hour in an old 66 Dodge Polaris. T-boned me on Woodward in Manchester. And my car did a 360 and slid right to the curb like I parked it. And the whole side of my car was caved in.
Yeah.
And if I had been in any other car other than that,
Yeah, a big car.
I would have been really fucked up. But that car was designed to take that kind of crash, you know?
Now, see, that's another factor, though, too. We like to calculate everything, and we're trying to calculate risks down, and that's the whole purpose of all the safety bars and folding, you know, bumpers and
Yeah,
stuff.
collapsing bumpers, yeah.
How come they don't have a standard issue set front end? Because that would almost be able to calculate it
I don't know.
more to a T.
what do you mean? What?
If every vehicle had to have the same front end. So impact was always distributed the same way and you could calculate risk.
Yeah, I guess that's up to the different
Yeah, and then
designers.
designers aren't going to do that. That's the problem.
Unless they're
Free
forced to
market.
do it.
Yeah.
Unless they're forced to do it. They're
Yeah.
not gonna fucking do it.
But aren't they forcing them to do all the
Well,
gas
they're
stuff?
getting.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
What did Trump do?
not
What
anymore.
did Trump do?
lifted
Got
that.
rid of
As soon as Trump came in, he took all regulations off. All
Yep.
he just fucked
Did you
everything.
see
up.
him doing that shit with that soldier?
This guy's such a.
Why is he go for the most fucking extreme?
Because Fox told him to do it.
They literally,
Yeah,
that dude
what is
literally
this?
killed a guy.
Fox told him to
he
do
didn't
it.
kill. They didn't. They actually can't prove he killed the guy. But what they got him for was, you can't take pictures
Taking
of
a
dead-
picture,
of it with a dead body.
dead
It's a war
body.
crime. It's like,
and you're a soldier,
Yeah.
and you're in that.
and that
Theater.
motherfucker did it and then put it on social media claiming he killed the guy.
Yeah.
So like they want to take away. He's a SEAL.
Mhm.
So they want to take away his fucking SEAL stuff. Like you can't be
His
a SEAL
medal.
no more. Yeah,
His
you can't
SEAL
be a
medal.
SEAL no more. You. This is something that we
Broke
don't.
one of our laws.
Yeah, we
and
don't
I
do
get
this.
That. There's a law, and
Trump won't let it happen.
but that's fucked.
That's my point. Why is he always against shit that just... It's the
Because-
dumbest shit. Like, this
Because
is...
he's trying to fucking offset the precedent. Like, he's trying to fuck over the future today. Because
Right.
if he makes it acceptable, then it's going to be acceptable tomorrow. No, it's not acceptable.
See,
There's
people don't
rules for a reason.
People don't realize something. People that follow Trump and won't stop following him. They don't realize they're fucking up America. They're fucking up the Constitution.
Yeah.
They're fucking up a lot of stuff
That we
need.
I mean,
in a minute, the police will be able to kick your door in and walk in your house and just take you out for no reason at all.
They can anyway.
No, I'm talking about like in certain countries, they can just do it at the drop of a hat.
That's the thing, though. That's what people don't really gather is they can do that shit here, man.
They could, but they don't. Not like they do it
But they can.
in
For one,
dictatorship.
all they got to do is say, we think it's a terrorist cell. And then they have the right to do anything they want. And they have the right to keep you as long as they want without telling anyone they even took you. So they basically bust in here, grab us three, throw us in a fucking thing, and take us and never bring us back.
but
They
sometimes there have to be martyrs for a cause.
But my point is, no one will ever fucking know you're a martyr because you just disappeared.
Eventually, someone.
But let me
will.
tell you, I knew this girl from Venezuela. I think she was from Venezuela.
Yeah.
And she told me, she said, Americans really don't understand how well they have it. I said, what do you mean? She said, man, in my country, you don't have no rights, period. Nobody, gangsters, police, anybody can just come in your house, fuck you over, and nothing will be done about it. Yeah. She said, at least here, they have to have a real good reason. They have to, it has to be something.
What fucking city are you in? What town are you in? What fucking place? You know this as well as I do, that in the South, there's still fucking small cities where you don't want to be a black man.
Of
where
course.
you'll get thrown in fucking jail and just be stuck there for 2 to 3 weeks with
true.
no phone calls.
That's true.
Barely feed you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I know.
Hold on, Cleveland is a predominantly black city, is it not?
But maybe.
I don't think it is.
It might be 50, 60 or something like 60,
Dude got
40.
locked up for 3 weeks in a broom closet without a toilet. It was a fucking, like a room where a room with
I know.
things, and they stuck him in there for fucking 3 weeks.
I know. But think about it if that was happening to a whole lot of people every day.
It does. We just
not
don't
like
hear
there.
about it.
Not like there.
Yes. No.
Not like there.
That's the thing. There, it's concentrated because you're only talking about one city.
Well, see, they
Or
have.
you're only talking about one state in a matter of 50.
But you act like I get what you're saying, but the fact that it's not commonplace, yes, it does happen, but it's
you
not.
know of, it's not commonplace. They don't report
I
it.
mean, we know that there are dark.
What about when they took
What
my
they
car, which I assume was based on my name? Because I didn't have my driver's license on my person, they took my vehicle.
Yep.
Because now, yes, that is breaking the law, but
Hold on,
I
took
have
your
my
vehicle for not having your license on you?
Yes, and they put me in jail
Let me tell
for
you something.
27 hours.
You are so lucky because if you were in a lot of other countries doing what you're doing right now, you'd be in prison.
I understand it. I didn't
What?
say we're not lucky. I'm not saying we're not lucky, but that doesn't mean we can't talk truth. To the
Oh,
fact
no.
that they can do it the fuck.
And we should.
They can do it. To say they can't do it is wrong. To say they don't do it at this moment is wrong.
It's just crazy
It's just,
No, they got black sites all over the place.
to me that I can have my title, they can ask me my full name, they can search it, and they can see that I have an ID.
they only did
But-
it because I've been pulled over. My brother used to get pulled over all the fucking time. Again, when you live in an area where there's no minorities, they're gonna still fucking persecute
They
somebody.
gotta find somebody to fuck
So
with.
who
Is
do
that
they
what you're
fuck with?
saying?
Yeah, they fuck with the fucking kids that are poor. You know what I'm saying? Driving a shitty car. Why fuck with the parent that has money? If a kid's driving a nice car, that usually means his parents has some money, right? Because they bought it for him.
So
You
that's
fuck
how
with
it
that
is.
guy.
So that's how it is in white areas. Is what
Yeah.
you're telling me? Small towns.
I used to get pulled over for walking
Yeah, you told me
on a
that.
regular basis
That's crazy.
by the same fucking person.
That's crazy.
The motherfucker almost threw me in jail for something I didn't have anything to do with. I was fucking 20, like I was 200 feet away, 250 feet away from where the fireworks got lit off. And I mean, I'm standing there, and within 2.5 minutes, he shines a spotlight on me.
He figured it was.
And he said it was
with
me.
you.
And I'm like, I'm yelling at him, dude. I'm telling you, I have privilege. Trust me, because I probably would have died if I was another color.
Yeah.
I told this dude, I literally said, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is going on? Why are you got me in handcuffs?
Why are you fucking with me?
Why are you fucking with me? And I'm literally, fuck this, fuck that. Because again, it's not the first time this guy's fucked with me.
Yeah, so you're fed up.
Yeah, and it's not the last time he fucked with me either. It's probably why he fucked with me a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I didn't do anything. I'm like literally just spent, I don't know, I think I worked a 13-hour day at the hotel because this festival's going on downtown. So like the Holly Hotel was packed all day. So I worked from fucking 9 till 11:30. And I'm literally walking out to try to go get cigarettes because at the time I smoked.
Yeah.
We're at this fucking piece of shit little truck, and somehow I ran 250 feet, and I'm still breathing. I'm like, have you seen my fat ass? And I wasn't fat back then, but I'm like, my fat ass can't walk fucking 10 feet without being out of breath, and you telling me I fucking ran 250 feet? And they had they threw me in the car. Joey talked to the other cop that showed up, and they let me go, but it was like, if I was brown, I probably would have been in jail.
Yeah,
for
probably
sure,
been in jail.
Or dead.
Yeah.
Like, or beat the fuck up. Because I'm sure you just...
Or all of the
beat my ass.
above.
Yeah.
But, it's like, it does depend on what city you live in and all that.
Yeah, it's a little town. It's Village
Because
of Holly.
when I used to travel around a lot, and I went to New York and Chicago, Philadelphia, all those big towns, oh my God. I was so glad I lived in Detroit.
Really?
Oh, fucking.
Cops worse?
Cops
were
worse. Everything's
horrible in
worse.
Detroit. But the cops were like some of the most racist cops in the country, I thought.
But, well, not in New York or Philadelphia.
Well, New York in the 70s, I heard, was just scary in general.
Well, New York is scary.
I heard it was scary till the Giuliani days.
Oh, Giuliani was an asshole.
Yeah.
Stop and frisk.
Yeah,
That's what
that shit,
Giuliani
I know.
was. Yeah,
He's
he was
a
an
racist
asshole.
fuck, yeah.
Man. He's a big asshole. A lot. You talk to a lot of white New Yorkers, and they'll tell you, "Oh, he was great for the city," and he probably was to a certain degree because it was rampant crime and rampant. You know what I mean?
He did get rid of a lot of shit. He forced it out. But he probably pushed out a lot of people that didn't want to leave. And
But he's an asshole. I'll tell you why he's an asshole. He's made more money off of 9/11 than anybody.
that's true.
Yeah. You know, he used 9/11 to fill his pockets.
That's true. You forget about that. Because a lot of kids don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people.
They were-
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
Like-
9/11 wasn't very traumatic for me.
How old were you?
21? No, 2001? Yeah, because I turned 21 in 2000, so I was 22.
senior in high school.
I was watching it. I was working because I worked at Woodfield Golf Club, which I worked in the kitchen. And I just remember laying on the couch, like I was staying at Ann's house at the time, living with Ann still. We weren't together, but I was sleeping upstairs because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I just slept there, and I remember waking up in the morning and watching TV in the morning and seeing it happen and talking to my grandma on the phone about it as it was happening. But it was impactful in a sense, but it didn't affect me in any way because I didn't have anybody affected by it.
Well,
We're in Detroit for one, so there's no terrorism here.
true.
On top of that, I'm in Holly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
you're
I'm not even-
insulated. You're
I remember
insulated.
they were real worried about like Dearborn and stuff because obviously.
Again, I'm in Holly.
Yeah, he's insulated.
I've lived in Holly my whole life. I don't know Detroit at all. I remember driving. We went to Canada, and this is how fucking naive I was. In my 20s, we went to Canada because we were 19. Because we definitely went to Canada before we turned 21. So, go to Canada. On the way back, I'm like, I'm gonna stop at my grandma. She's at Crooks and Big Beaver. You know, we usually get off on Crooks Road. That's the only way I know how to get there. Is get off on Crooks, take Crooks down, and she's there. I'm like, but it's got to go south. Like it's got to hit like 14 mile. So I just get off on 14. I said get off on 14, and we take 14, and we keep going. It goes through Clawson,
Right.
and I'm like, we get to like, I forget what it was, the road before Main Street. I think Crooks was the next main road.
Right.
And we're like, fuck it. You don't know where we're going, so we turn around. That's how naive I was. I had no idea that it was a grid.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple. But I forgot the whole point of that. That last joint got me kind of high.
Did it?
Well, just a different
Well,
high.
I remember I went to pay a gas bill. I was in the gas at the gas company in Hamtramck. That's how I got paid this bill. They're gonna cut my gas off. So I'm standing in the line. They got televisions, you know. And I look up and they said, "Oh, a plane ran into the tower." And I'm looking at it. I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "I don't think that's right." She said, "What do you mean? You see it there, don't you?" I said, "But planes aren't supposed to fly through certain areas of New York because back in 1940 something, a plane hit the Empire State Building."
Yeah.
So they made.
They learned, hey, by the way, because planes, think about it, planes have only been around for 30 years at that point.
Yeah. So they made laws that you can't fly. That's a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I said, "That don't seem right." I said, "I think that's like done on purpose." And she laughed and said, "Who would do something like that on purpose?" And within 20 minutes, the other plane hit. I said, she looked at me, she says, "I said, I told you. That's done on purpose." And that's what they said was terrorism. But but you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing. The most united I ever saw American, black, white, Greek, whatever, was right after that.
I mean, Watchmen.
I'm just saying.
But that's my point. They've been trying to play, like, it feels like the Republicans have been trying to play off of that energy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Since it's happened. And the Democrats are moved on. Like, all right, we don't need to do that no more. We don't need to be like ready to kill people at every given moment. We need to figure out we're all together.
Well, yeah, we are. And
We're all together. Like if a squid creature came and blew up the fucking Empire State Building and just destroyed the fuck out of it out of nowhere, that might be the best thing to happen.
Well, see, because in that building was all kind of people. It wasn't just white people. It wasn't just English people. It was.
Yeah, but there wasn't nearly
See,
as
I
many
look
people as
at
it should have been.
Is
people. Luckily, it wasn't filled up with people.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it is. But I mean, every kind of person died in that. You know.
See, I think that it just drew everybody in. Like, well, my perception being 17, was just that America was like standing together because of the potential threat of other countries.
For everybody.
Not, like it made us realize that we're not impervious.
And then we found out we were like this whole thing happened, and then they used it all to lie to us. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
They lied to us, and it all came out, and it's like, well, you don't want to. I don't.
That's
trust
why
you.
a lot of people
But we saw it.
think that even the planes going into the buildings was planned.
Well,
I can
A lot
remember
of
them
people
seeing a bomb.
that's one of the reasons.
a
One of the reasons
torpedo
I
or
can feel
something.
like. One of the reasons I feel like that stuff is in my head. It's like, okay, because I'm always with conspiracy theories. Some of them I go, no, you're not going to ever. But
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah.
But if some super evidence came out, like some shit came out of like tapes and shit of Cheney and everybody talking about it, and they actually got evidence of it, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, you think the terrorists would be way more adept at making sure there was more than just 3,000 people in that building.
Now,
You get what I'm saying? Like that building was empty compared to what it normally is.
Mhm.
There's like tens of thousands of people that
In
are
that
in that building
building.
at a time. The terrorists really wanted to make a point. You don't think they'd have done it on a day that they made sure everyone was there? Why would they wait
No.
till a day when no one's there?
just being devil's advocate, isn't that the best part about having all the power, is being able to know the rules and play by the rules, so you set up a little scheme around the rules to play a little masquerade to mask who you really are, whoever the real group of perpetrators is behind it all, and that's true power in the way the world works. I mean, that's very simple.
But we've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
We've had what they call false flag operations, where it was one for Vietnam. What was it called? They said,
No, there was a Cuban Missile Crisis thing happened.
oh yeah, but in Vietnam, what was it? I can't remember what it was called now. Bay of Tonkin,
Yeah.
where the U.S. said,
Bay of Pigs.
no, this is in Vietnam,
Okay.
where they said that some Vietnamese attacked a boat, a Navy boat of ours. And that's why we went into Vietnam.
Well, there's
because of
also
that.
conspiracy theories that Roosevelt knew about fucking D-Day. Not D-Day,
No,
but Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Knew about Pearl
Oh, they-
Harbor and let it happen.
No, they knew about it.
And
Generals knew about it,
And let it
and the
happen.
president. Yeah,
That
that's
way
a
they
false
could
flag.
Go to war.
Yeah.
But that's what.
Because
That's
Americans didn't want to go to World War II. It was a big thing in America.
Yeah, I know.
We want to get
We did
involved
it
in
in
that
World War One.
bullshit.
We didn't want to get involved in World War II.
But sometimes people have to put their foot forward and get the ball rolling in whatever sense, and like that's why they do it.
I
Because
mean,
they are.
We would have been in it
making that
anyway, no
decision.
matter what.
We'd have been in
But-
what?
We would have been in that war at some point.
Yeah, probably so.
No, it doesn't matter if Pearl
But-
Harbor happened. If they stop Pearl Harbor, at some point Japan's going to attack the mainland.
Or even if they didn't, Hitler was going to be just so outrageous. We
Oh,
would have eventually,
if he took fucking Britain,
a couple more countries, yeah.
if he took Britain and
Oh,
got
yeah.
that navy,
Oh yeah, that would have been it.
oh, that's
We'd have
a
been
good
in there
war.
big time.
Yep. No, not even been in there. We probably wouldn't have. It would have been harder. We'd had to stay out now. Now it's just make sure you don't get to us.
No, that's why I say one thing
If
about
you don't have Britain, you're not getting on the
one
land.
thing about America that makes us great. We fight wars in other countries, not in ours.
I get that,
Yeah.
but my point is,
That's
if,
what I'm saying.
if you
We
don't
are
have
smart
Britain-
enough, our navy is what keeps us safe.
if you don't have Britain, you don't have D-Day. You
True.
can't get on the fucking land. You can't get to there
No,
without.
you're wrong. You don't mean D-Day.
Yes, D-Day's when they stormed the land and they stormed.
Oh, I see what
They
you're
had
saying.
to move. They had to take troops from Britain and bring them over the coast because
I see what you're saying.
to bring them across that big body of ocean, they all got shot down by fucking.
I don't know. I think that they were just so good at war by that point that they
Who?
were. All those countries, they were all so trained in war historically that they knew they were playing chess with each other, and that's why the bomb was the breakthrough. The bomb is what said, "Oh fuck, this is a whole different game. We can't play this game. We have to set true ground rules."
you talking about the atomic bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's when you can kill 100,000 people in an instant.
And that's what they did twice.
Yeah, and imagine if they.
I think it was 100,000 one time. I think it was 130,000 the second time.
It'd be like taking out Warren, and Warren's got more people.
But you know what was a lot of people say was just as bad? It was this town in Germany called Dresden. And they dropped incendiary bombs.
Oh.
The whole city burnt up and over 100,000 people died. It was just a big inferno. And they said other than radiation, it was just as bad as Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Yeah, because the radiation because the effect of the people outside that didn't die instantly.
Right, they died later on from radiation poisoning,
Oh, man.
which is a horrible way to go.
Oh man.
Because one of the scientists that developed the bomb got exposed, a couple of them, and they died from radiation poisoning.
Fucking John Wayne. John
Oh.
Wayne did a fucking movie in
Right.
a hole of where they tested the bomb.
Where they tested the bombs.
And within.
But they didn't know. They didn't know about radiation back then.
No, they had no idea. That's why power. That's
Have
why
you-
power was thought to be limitless because they figured, well, we cracked the atom and we can get energy out of it. There's no repercussions. Fuck it.
Have you ever seen the newsreel that shows American soldiers? They exploded an atomic bomb, maybe about 2 miles away from where these soldiers were, and they
Yeah, I've seen that.
and they get up and they're walking toward it, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they had to figure out what had happened.
All of them were dead after that. All of them died.
Well,
Ain't that a
That's
But
bitch?
for us to live, many men died.